Hello, guys. It's Bob from One Stop Mouse. Hopefully, I am not lagging too bad. I've been doing a lot of, I have Michelle from Monarch Moments backstage right now. She's about to come in. So I'll get you back here in just a minute, Michelle. I have Michelle coming in just a minute, but we had a very interesting night last night on our last interview because not only did we have technical problems in our area here and bad internet and everything, but then when I kind of thought that I had that down and I was doing my part on the phone talking with It's Always Sunny, as you might know, YouTube went down for a little bit worldwide. And so, and it happened just a few minutes into the stream at 7. So if you're one of the 2 or 3 people that that were in, I think it was 7 or something. If you're already into the chat, you were fine. But it wasn't letting anybody else get in, and they were just seeing buffering or a circle. Hey there, Lori Jean, how are you? Disinfinity, how are you? The greatest crossover of all time is starting now. YouTube was being a bully. Well, I promise that if YouTube can keep it together for the next hour, I'm going to send a delicious Disney cookie to all the YouTube execs, just, as a sign of good faith. Hey, Monarch Moments, here I come. Hey, Jonathan Chung. Hey, One Stop. All right. So without further ado, because that's not going to happen tonight, I'm not breaking the internet. I'm not breaking YouTube. Everything is good. Drum roll, please. Here is Michelle from Monarch Moments.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
So obviously you probably just heard me. I was telling everybody, you and I promised not to break YouTube or the internet. So
yeah, no breaking going on tonight, hopefully.
Candy Mom, I know her. Hi, Candy Mom. How are you? Hi, Katrina. Let's see. Yeah. Hi, everybody else.
Daniel, it's Cynthia, I think, and Lori Jean.
Hey, everybody. So I guess Hannah is going to be joining us in just a minute, right? She was doing her homework or something.
That's the plan.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let me go to this. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, 1 second. After all that internet being broken and everything else. Why don't you just begin before she gets in and just tell her, I don't want her to mess up her homework. Tell us a little bit about yourselves before I start the Inquisition.
Here she comes, just in time. Oh, do you want me to go on this side? Here she comes. Hello. He wants us to.
How are you, Hannah?
About ourselves. Well, I'm older. She's younger.
I get that.
I'm not the grandma.
She's blonde. I'm brunette.
No, I'm not. So let's see. Hannah's.
I am in 7th grade. I enjoy running, and I also play the piano.
And you like volleyball.
Yes, and basketball as well.
Basketball and volleyball. So, but as far as us in general, we like Disney, as you can see. I got my ears on, and we're Disneyland. We're over here. I'm pointing, but we're over on the West Coast, so we're in California, anxiously waiting someday for Disneyland to open back up. And so we've had our channel for about. Well, we've been focusing on Disney for probably about 1.5 years, like I was saying, and we like to go down to Disney. We like to live stream, so we live stream, when we can from down there. But we also like to share sites and things that are interesting, right? Like museums,
tips,
Yeah, museums, tips. We like to give helpful videos, things about the app, like tricks that we've learned from going to Disney. Kind of the usual stuff that you see. But at the same time, we like to be a little different. So and definitely this whole the year 2020 has made everybody become a little bit more creative. So
we eat fish eyes.
Yeah. So we have some fun streams. We
candy mom.
Yeah, we stream 3 times a week. So right now we stream Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific. And we do something a little different each time. So Sunday's game night. We usually incorporate a little bit of Disney in there, not always, but also like to involve the chat, the people that are in the chat, so that they can play along with us. So that's a lot of fun. We had pin the tail. I don't know if you guys saw that pin the tail on Jeff's butt. It was like pin the tail on the donkey. Who could get closer? And but it was pin the head. It was pin the YouTuber's head on the donkey, right? That was a pretty popular one. And then we actually gave prizes. We don't give prizes out very often, but that was like the big prize night. So that was game night on Sundays, right? And then Fridays we've been
doing our cooking stream, and usually it's like very interesting. Like that one time we ate fish eyes. The other time we made this empanada.
Yeah, so we just like to okay, so the thing is like we're not cooks, and you know, when we've been we're not good cooks at all, and so it was kind of about stepping outside of our comfort zone, but at the same time it's kind of fun to try like Disney recipes. So I think the first one wasn't a live stream, it was like a video where we made the ratatouille, right? We made ratatouille.
No, it was actually your cabbage rolls. Then it was your
okay.
ratatouille.
First it was, then we did ratatouille because we thought that ties in like with Disney, and
then we made that
and then we made the school bread from Epcot because we were there last year.
Really?
So that was fun. And then people seem to like it, and then they were helping us cook,
which is good because we get to learn. And it's like
the chat was giving you cooking suggestions as you were there. At the
they're like, don't do that, don't do that. And then something seems to always happen. Like we didn't start a fire, but we roasted marshmallows over the stove, and there's always
we made tempura, and they reminded you it was like 350.
Oh yeah, trying to get the oil right. So anyway, that's kind of some fun. We just like to have fun and bring a smile to people's faces, and then we always like to include a little prayer time to just pray for people if they have prayer requests. Just and share thoughts, and we know a lot of people out there are going through a lot of things, and we just want to connect with people and show that we do care about our subscribers and our viewers that are out there. So, right.
That's great. I really love, I was telling Michelle this right before we got on. I really love the setup that they have. And you can tell me more about that in a second, but I don't know if you've always had this set up or if it evolved into this or what, but it's Hannah and, well, it's technically, it's not just Monarch Moments, it's Hannah and Michelle's Monarch Moments. And then you have your husband, Garrett, like as the studio producer off screen, and he's kind of talking like the unknown commentator, making wisecracks and kind of directing you a little. And there's something about that once in a while, I almost crack up with some of those antics as much as when I was watching Hannah with that crown with the food on it.
Oh, chow crown.
I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So,
we saw the Gloom with Goofy when we were at the Disneyland Hotel, and we were out there playing. We were trying to do something fun and crazy, and so we were playing, and then Goofy showed up, and he was like, "We're like, come on, Goofy, play Chow Crown with us." And so, yeah, so we've done that on our live stream at home as well.
Yes, we put, I think, sardines on as well as other options. So
you
wanted to win, but you also didn't want to eat the.
So they said Daniel says somehow Garrett's the star of the show, and he's not.
He's not even there. I know.
It's true. He's definitely the creativity, the brains behind the creativity, because that's like I'm a little lacking in that field. Like you can see my creativity is like the dishwasher, or a library video, or like the dishwasher repair video. That's like. Those are my videos.
One time I thought that I had the goofiness, I got it with your channel. Okay. I saw the crown and I heard Garrett and everything. And then I was showing somebody, and I actually tuned into, it was like a show you had, I don't know, was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago? And you had a plastic bag, a paper bag over your head. and you're kind of like making jokes and dancing around. And I thought, they've drugged themselves.
That was
Friday.
the headless comic, or no, that was a Wednesday. Wasn't that a Wednesday night stream? I think that was our Wednesday night stream.
And then you had Baby Yoda with the bag over his head, I think.
The unknown comic.
And then Mrs. Tina narrated, and she did a really good job.
That was like our pumpkin special or something, I think. I don't know. I get them all mixed up. I get them mixed up. There's Tina. She's there.
Cow's head.
I don't know if that was the same stream. We
No,
did
she narrated, remember? Because then.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and then, like, the week before that, I think we carved pumpkins.
Yes.
Then we had to throw them away.
We put the pumpkins on our head for Halloween. Then we carved our pumpkins.
And they were like.
We put them on. We fit them on our head, which was interesting.
They were very heavy.
They were so heavy. I weighed them afterwards because I was complaining the whole video. I'm like, these pumpkins are so heavy. And then they ended up being like 20-something pounds when we weighed them.
One was actually smaller than the others.
Yeah.
So it was probably maybe like 24 without
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I really, it's such a crack up with you guys. So it's you and Hannah and Garrett, who's the backstage commentator producer, and Gabriel. Is he your son? Does he ever get on there?
Gabriel's our son. He's how old is he now? He's 6, but he just pops in once in a while, makes a cameo appearance. Other than that, that's about it. He really wants to be on. He really wants to be like on the video. Probably like he's sometimes more so, I think, than Hannah. He's like, I want to go on, and we're like, no, because things would like break and fall apart and tip over and all that fun stuff. He's kind of crazy.
Wow. All right, so you sort of touched on it, and you were telling me about it before we started the stream. So the history of the channel was, I guess you started just doing videos when you were going down to Disneyland, I guess.
No,
and then it expanded.
We've been doing videos for a few years, several years, but
we did, like the zapping.
It's kind of a bad subject. It started out with a different name,
and then trying to find like businesses, that very small businesses that people didn't really know about.
Yeah, and we were trying
gems, and like
we were trying to support like the local community and kind of feature businesses and do library. That. But I don't know, they didn't really buy into that so well. I don't know if they just didn't see the big. Okay, he said I didn't do it. I didn't get out there and market myself enough, apparently. So anyway,
I saw that as one of your playlists, but I didn't really get into it. It was Was that what that was? The highlighted businesses.
Yeah, we were like highlighting businesses in the area, but at the same time, we were making video. We were making videos.
Yeah, we did like the Hayworth thing.
Yeah, so we were doing, like I said, featuring like museums and interesting things like around San Jose, the Bay Area, kind of focusing a lot because we're in the San Jose Bay Area. So kind of focusing on things around here, Monterey, the aquarium, like places that we go. But we also go to Disneyland, and so we would go down to Disneyland and live stream, and then we kind of realized like, hey, there's a lot of Disney fans, and then we started watching some of the live streamers and got to
dream. We started in like November.
No, it was like last summer because we were starting to plan our trip. It could have even been another summer.
We started streaming in like November or October, and our first stream from Disneyland was like in November when we went for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but it wasn't this past Thanksgiving. I think it was two.
No. I think it was the past Thanksgiving. We haven't known them that long yet. They feel like we've known them.
They don't feel like we've known for a long time. So then we just started doing some more live streams and going down to Disney. We did like the Halloween party, a lot of the parties that we do because we're pass holders.
Right.
That was 2018.
But we filmed it. We might not have live streamed it. Yeah.
But...
So we just started doing a lot of the Disney, kind of focusing a lot on Disney. And we also like Funko Pop. We also do Funko Pops. So and it's kind of funny because it's two different it's kind of like two different communities, but there's Disney Funko Pops, so it's always fun to bring that in.
You can always relate to one of them because there's probably something that you like there's Harry Potter, there's Marvel, Star Wars, ad icons.
Yeah, so that they tie in with Disney, and they're collectors, and we also collect other Disney things like the pins. We collect the Disney pins, and then
that's about it.
I was gonna
we
say,
collect like the
pins,
the buttons, or like,
the buttons.
Some of like the exclusive ears.
Yeah, and we like the ears, but I wouldn't say we collect the ears. So yeah, just that. And so we started going to the Disney store because we started doing, they have a lot of the merchandise where it's like a monthly release, like with the Minnie Mouse Main Attractions, a monthly release, right. And it has a plush and a pin. So we started covering that, and that, seemed, people seemed to like that. We liked to be able to show people like what's in the stores. Right. And right now we're doing, the Minnie Mouse Main Attraction. And last year there was another one. So we covered those.
The Wisdom series.
Oh yeah, the Wisdom series. And it had a little plaque with a quote from each of the Disney movies. Yeah, with a wise quote from the Disney movie. So that was a nice collection that they had. So that's kind of how it got started into to Disney. And now, we're just getting to meet a lot of people. And with everything struck in March, we ended up having to do more. Be a little more creative. And,
I know we can't wait for this year to be over. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Excuse me 1 second. Let me just catch up with the chat a little. Hey, Candy Mom. Hey, Danester TV. Hey, Magic for 4. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for Jonathan Chong. This Infinity. Thanks for modding tonight. Tim Rainwaters. How are you? Magic for 4. I'm trying to just highlight comments as they come. Sometimes that's easier. But thank you guys so much for coming in. And please subscribe to One Stop Mouse and to Monarch Moments. And here comes the magic question now that I've said Monarch Moments. And well, of course, you know what this is. This is a pretty obvious question. What exactly is a Monarch Moment?
Well, that's a very good question. I'm thinking, Garrett, we were talking about that. And a Monarch Moment is just, it can be like a special moment in time. It can be, a lot of different things. It could be something silly that happens. It can be something sad, something emotional, something touching.
Happy, joyful.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be so many different things, and so it's just a little glimpse. And so it's not just moments for us, we're not just Monarch Moments. It's like, you could, any moment somebody has, we just say like, oh, it's like a Monarch moment. And then the Monarch butterfly actually came into like our channel name because it's about
the struggle.
Well, the struggle is real. Just like, the cocoon, the story of how you have to struggle, the butterfly story.
To get your beautiful wings.
To get your wings, to be able to fly, that butterfly or that caterpillar has to struggle in the cocoon to get out. And if you help it, that struggle is actually what pushes all the fluid, I think, like into the butterfly's wings and lets it fly. So without that struggle, you hurt the butterfly. So it has a lot to do with that, struggling, growth, you spreading your wings. And then monarchs are known to fly like all over, like thousands and thousands of miles to like find another home, to just to look for that that place. They're just known to go long distances. So it's kind of like going the distance. There's a lot behind the monarch in general, and just like a rebirth. So but just a Monarch moment is just a special moment that you can have. And Garrett, if you want to interject anything, if I missed anything, feel free.
I like it. I like it very much.
Thank you.
I was trying to wrap my head around, what you were saying with the Monarch moment, and there were just some great images in some of your videos. There was that one video that at the very beginning of it, it was sort of a close up of a hand down at somebody's side, wiping on the tall wildflowers in the grass.
Oh yeah.
Which is reminiscent of a very famous scene from Gladiator, the movie. And there were a couple of images like that. And I thought, it's, their channel is somehow, it's real personal for them, and it's about these special magical transformative moments. And I thought, well, they might not be able to tell me exactly what it means to them, but I'm sure going to ask them.
Yeah.
So.
It's just about being able to capture those moments, or capture them even on film or in a chat, even on a live stream. And one in particular kind of strikes me, and I'll bring it up because I know we have a lot of Disney fans, or people that go to the parks watching, but a lot of times people don't take their kids to the park when they're young. Like they think, oh, should I just wait till they're older? Like they're not going to enjoy it. It's just going to be a waste of money. But we didn't go until Hannah was a little bit older. But then when we had Gabriel, he was a baby, and we still wanted to go to the park, so we just took him. And Garrett said, "Gosh, I wish we had started when Hannah was much younger, because it was so special seeing them see Disney like through their eyes. Just that first moment where they first see like Mickey Mouse, even when they're like a baby, it's just so special." And just seeing them on the carousel, or things like that. And it's definitely just, those are special, like Monarch moments, magical moments that you can capture, and you can't get back if you wait too long to go when they're older. So
I never got a chance to go to Disney when I was little, and whenever I go now, I get this feeling that every time that I go, it's sort of the revenge of the little kid in me. So I was living in New York, and my dad was struggling to make ends meet as a New York construction worker. And I would watch these little Viewmaster slides of Disneyland and the Haunted Mansion, like the ballroom. I would beg my dad, I wanted to go so much as like a 8-year-old kid. And he was like, I can't afford to travel out to Disneyland to do that. Now I live to one side of Disney World. He lives to the other, retired. And so we get together all the time. And no matter when we go, we specifically have to get on Haunted Mansion, no matter how busy it is, no matter how. But I know what you mean. And I don't have kids, but I totally agree. There's and especially with the way Disney is too. I know a lot of people, a Monarch moment. There's something about Disney that sets it apart for me. Something about the feelings, the details that they put into things that give you a good feeling, but you're not exactly sure why. You just know it's different. And I certainly have encouraged, my younger relatives. Basically, I've acted as a tour guide for relatives with little kids to come so I could take them on these things. But I totally believe that too.
Yeah. Well, you worked at Disney, you said too. So
yeah, I did. And well, that's, in order to do what I was doing, you have to kind of be a Wikipedia of Disney. You literally, they train you for like a month. If they think you know a lot about Disney, and then they train you intensively for a month, and then they, baptism by fire. But if anything, from me leaving Disney because of the cutbacks and everything, I learned a lot about Disney, which is very cool.
Have to pick your brain one of these days.
You should go.
All joking aside, I truly love Monarch moments. This is Mike Wheeler. I am proud to wear blue wings for them and spend every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh, you guys have quite a following.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Very good. That's great, Mike.
Yeah, I never got to go to Disneyland when I was young either. I don't think I went until I was in my late teens, I think, was the first time.
Then she went to Disney World.
I was also in my late teens.
Oh.
I was grown up. I mean, if you call that grown up.
The first time I went to a Disney park, I was 19, I think. And it was because I was going to the University of Miami, and this is in 1982, I guess. And so actually it was 20. And Epcot opened. So a bunch of fraternity brothers jammed into a small car and drove up from Miami to Orlando. And that's the first time I saw the castle and everything else. Then I moved to Los Angeles after I graduated college, and I lived about 30 minutes away from Disneyland, and then went a bunch there too. But strangely, for me, it was like an acquired taste. I guess. Well, no, it's just at Disney World and Disneyland. I kind of saw the value. I saw the value in it. I found it weird at the time that people were so crazy into merch that I couldn't afford. It was very, very crowded and very hot. It was very crowded and hot. And I was going through some family dramas. And so it wasn't great standing online with those relatives at the time at Disneyland. But once I moved back to the East Coast and I was a little older and I was divorced and married again to a young woman and family from Florida who were totally fanatical about it. It's like they showed me the way somehow. And what it was is their fanaticism about Disney and their energy. It was kind of like I was watching their Monarch Moments every time. My wife was basically like a scientist, but whenever she went to Disney, she would turn into a 5-year-old girl again.
Aww.
And I would watch this magical transformation and I would think, oh, we have to come here a lot. and I was hooked. I was hooked from then on.
The Disney Kool-Aid, is that what Garrett's calling it? The Disney
That's
Kool-Aid.
what it is. That's exactly what it was.
I never got Kool-Aid though.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a Kool-Aid Funko Pop.
You like it more?
Really?
We have the Kool-Aid Man in giant and small.
Well, I'm just starting to learn about Funko a little bit, and that's because I've been on Kelly's channel, the Mickey Bunch, and I've been getting to talk a little bit with Josh Goes to Disney, and he loves Funko a lot, and so I'm just starting to get into that a little bit.
It's dangerous. Don't do
Is
it.
Okay, so where you stand now with your channel, we know kind of where you started. We don't know where you're going, but how would you describe your channel? If I said 1, 2, 3, go, tell me about your channel in 5 minutes. What would you tell people? What's your channel like?
Well, we are a channel who likes to do things differently and try and explore and try and include others so everybody has a good time. And we also really enjoy Disney and Funkos, and we want to spread the light of Jesus.
Yes,
Nice.
That's true. Yeah, we just really enjoy growing the community and connecting with people. And
even if it's a slow process.
It's been a little slow, but I think maybe it's meant to be that way just because if you grow too fast, then you're not able to keep up with the chat and like meet all the people. But
we wouldn't have been able to meet all these amazing people.
Yeah, we've really gotten to know so many amazing people through our channel. So that's where where it is now. And of course, we would love to grow and just get to know more people and just bring the magic of Disney to more people. I know Garrett, he's the man behind the magic with all the editing and stuff. And he works really hard and he does a great job with, he's very creative, I think. And he does a really good job with, doing the videos and the editing and things like that. And I just hope that more people are able to see that. I know we've had a lot of videos. I know a lot of people have that struggle when you start your channel that you have good videos and then nobody sees them. They're like there and you put your heart and soul into them and it's like they get 10 views and you're like, it can be discouraging. It can be a process, but at the same time,
learning experience.
It's a learning experience. And then there's others, where it's obviously maybe not as much effort and they get like, a lot of views. So it's just trying to figure out, the whole process. But I know, content, we want to have good content, be helpful and give information. Personally, I like to do product reviews. So it's kind of not just a Disney channel. I mean, it's a little bit of a lifestyle channel of things that we do, things that we can help you with. We've done some product reviews in the past, which, was on our channel. I'm always dying to like review my Instant Pot or my washing machine or and then now lately I've been doing a little bit of home improvement and I thought, hey, why not just throw that up there and tape it. So
fixing our
now I think
floors.
We're going to be fixing a floor because of our little episode with the dishwasher leaking in the kitchen. So I know, and it's not something like everybody wants to see, but at the same time, like everybody has a dishwasher. Well, not everybody has a dishwasher, but everybody's living where you have maybe water and you might have water leaks. So if there's something that we learn that we can bring to other people, it's a great, tool to share that information. I guess I should say.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's 5 minutes or less, but
or just show them.
So I keep hearing lots of wonderful things about you guys and the same things. No, it's very interesting. One thing though, that weird thing that keeps coming up is whichever direction that I go in when I'm trying to learn more about you guys is Pete McDevitt keeps making wisecracks about why Garrett can't be on screen with him. So this is like the 5th time that I've hit this just now in the chat. So I was like, I don't know what that's about. I don't know why Pete McDevitt is stalking Garrett. And actually, by the time I get interviewed by Pete in April, I'm kind of scared because he's there in the chats and he's gleaning all this information. I don't know what he's going to ask me.
You just have to watch out for Garrett because he takes screenshots of everything going on YouTube, and then he uses it for his game night.
Oh no!
He gets permission, but
I think that's very cool. I've never spoken about my Christianity on my channel, but I that definitely is a big, strong part of my life. And leaving what I was doing before in another state and literally just scraping up some savings and coming down here on a wing and a prayer and just asking for some direction to work for Disney. That was amazing that I actually did. And I think I am going to go back. I think I'm destined to work for them, COVID or not. So I'm very hopeful on that.
What was your job? What was your part?
Oh yeah.
I used to basically book tours for people and tickets and all that kind of stuff. I was called an itinerary planner. So I would basically try to, a little bit more than like the people who help you at the internet help desk and stuff. I would try to help, get you to figure out which meal plan would work best and how can I fit all this into a vacation. And I would make subtle hints as to, it was my job to sell things, but also I also know how it is when people try to jam too much into a Disney vacation, as anyone knows. And if it's 100 degrees and you're doing that, that is quite an expedition. So
there's so much.
Well, we know because we went to Disney World for our first time at Christmas last year. So that was like our first trip to Disney World. It was like the kids' first plane ride. And then we planned the cruise. And then we did the Disney cruise together also.
Then we
crammed it all in. And so we went to the parks and then we went on the cruise. And so we went to Castaway Cay and it was a lot of fun. So luckily we had a little experience with the parks, from the Disneyland side, but it's right. It's a lot different, and even the magic bands are different, and the fast passes
we did like
different.
The magic bands. That was nice. Just carrying everything on your wrist, be like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, we liked the magic bands a lot, but we did not like the fast pass system. So I know pretty much like all of that's sort of gone by the wayside anyway, like since this year's happened. So we have no experience with like Walt Disney World as it is right now, but
yeah, who knows where that's going. Welcome into the chat, Kelly, from the Mickey Bunch. Welcome, Rachel Loves Disney. Nice to see you, Katrina. How are you? Jonathan Chung, how you doing? Pete, yes, Pete. That's all I'll say. Yes, Pete. He called me part of a modern day team of Abbott and Costello. He mentioned somebody else in there that I don't even know. So I don't know if I'm the straight man or I'm the chubby, goofy guy, but I'm one of the two in the couple. Anyway, okay. Thank you. Let me move on to my next little script. See, this is how a guy that doesn't do as many interviews as Pete keeps himself on track. He puts little green screen things up, and then, okay, which one does this say? That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So how do you think? I know how your channel is unique. I really do. But if somebody just tuned in and they're like, what's this Disney Channel? What's with the Indiana Jones hat on that guy? Why is Monarch Moments unique? How do you feel it's unique?
Well, I think that a lot of the stuff we do, we don't see some of the other channels do, like just for example, like some of the games that we play, we're not doing a lot of the things that we see on other channels, I guess you would say. And then
we try and like change it up.
And so we try and not just the same game every game night. It has to be a different game every game night. And that's challenging. One. Yeah, I'm like, can't we just go back to the one we did like last February? It's like, we already did that one. We like need a new idea. And I'm like, we're running out of ideas. So I think that, just trying to always be creative with new things. And then the fact that
moment we can make you laugh, the next one you could be like, man, they're depressing.
We could go from like funny that we can swing. We're like swing both ways, like funny, serious. And then we have the man behind the curtain that nobody sees, which I don't see on a lot of other channels.
Okay, so
not that it's a bad thing. Everybody is unique in their own way.
So what's the name of that crown game again?
That's Chow Crown.
Chow Crown. Okay. That video, it looked like it had a pretty good amount of people that watched that. And I watched it several times and it just had me like falling over laughing. And you, Hannah, you could barely talk because it was so funny. Okay, this is unique.
Oh my God.
This is unique. Okay. Describe what Chow Crown is. Goofy got involved in it for a minute, but describe what this was. It was a Hasbro game, but it just was crazy funny.
Oh yeah, it's like this thing you put out, a big plastic crown you put on your head.
You gotta make sure you strap it in and hope that you don't have any messy foods because it does go around and might get caught in your hair and
so it spins around. It spins around your head, and there's these plastic forks that hang down, and then you put, but they aim towards your mouth and they swing. So you put food on the end of the forks, and then you turn it on, and it plays a little catchy tune, and the thing spins around, and then you gotta like swing your head to get the fork to like swing and get into your mouth, but at the same time it's going by like that. So like you're like trying to get it, and then whoever gets the most bites, whoever gets the food off the most forks, I think wins. I don't even know the object of the game, but it was really funny because we'd been at downtown Disney and got like those little
the
Wiener Schnitzel.
Not the
is it Wiener Schnitzel? Is that pretzel place?
Wetzel's
Pretzels with the little bites, and so we put the little hot dog pretzel pizza bites on the end of the forks. Right. And so we were spinning it around, and then Goofy came around, and so we had a fun interaction. Yeah, he was getting a kick out of that.
So I saw Goofy in it, and I saw Hannah just hysterical after trying to do a few. Hannah, did you ever actually get a chomp? Did you get a bite out of one of those ever?
I think I might have gotten one.
I think you did.
I think I did or didn't. It like kind of like fell off, and I was like, well, that onto the next fork.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have played it, and then we did it again. Like, I think we did it again at home, but and I played it too, but I think I was at the end of the video, like that I played it. So I don't know if I got one either. It's hard.
I thought that was like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I'm wondering what Goofy was thinking. Like, what's going through his head? These people are like.
I remember you asked him what his favorite game was, and he said hide and go seek, and then waved goodbye.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, hide and go seek.
All right. So then, obviously, in Secession, are you guys planning new wacky, crazy things, or are you, thinking of? I don't know. I don't really know. Highlighting businesses again, or getting more spirituality, or do you have any feeling as to, I mean, a lot of people, I guess, I don't really yet, and I'm a little smaller than you guys are. I'm just now starting to get a feeling for my brand. I wear the Goofy hat. I try to do things with a slightly different perspective. And you guys obviously do too. But If I were talking to you, next, right before Thanksgiving in 2021, right after we got our COVID vaccinations and all this is over, do you have any idea where you might be with your channel?
Well, I hope it's grown since now. Hopefully we, ideally we would love to grow our channel. So, at least so we can, we would like to be monetized, I'll be honest, because, that will help us be able to bring even better content to everybody.
Yeah.
So that's really one of our goals, is to get there before it changes again.
To like 2000.
Yeah. But, because they do change every once in a while. So we really, really like to get there sooner than later.
Yeah.
That's not our main goal.
Initial goal.
That's just, it would be nice. But our goal really is just to, we're not YouTube stars yet, but to just connect with more people, really, to just be able to find more people and find people who really want to watch our channel. We don't, we want to find people who are interested in what we have as content, and we would like some of the content to be taking them to places,
maybe like
museums, or just
be able to go
places people can't get to, and so just taking them museums, interesting places. There's a whole lot of interesting things in California, but as soon as we can get out, like even now, we were going to go to the boardwalk, Santa Cruz boardwalk, Wednesday, but I guess it's not even open on the weekdays. And that's Mr. Garrett. Yeah, meet people and network and reach people. That's really our goal. As many, and hear about their Monarch moments and just connect
and be able to.
And that was an excellent question.
It really, but it is really hard to tell to say, because you never know what's gonna happen or what path you're gonna take. Like from last year, I don't know, maybe we would say we were doing Disney compared to this year.
You never know what life's gonna throw you, But just definitely.
So what are we gonna be doing more? Yes, all the above.
All of the above. No, just reaching out and we said, growing, just growing and connecting with people, and again, like hearing about their Monarch moments. And so he says, did I not answer the question correctly?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think there is any correct answer to any of these things. And I think anybody that's got a little gray in their hair or in their beard knows that. I think that life isn't a science, it's an art. And that's what Hannah's going to learn pretty soon. But I just love hearing people go through that process. And many times 3 days from now, you'll be going, you know what we want to do. And then I make a relationship. So, and my whole reason for doing these interviews is that Walt from Mouse Talk basically told me, in order to grow I'm kind of like a shy guy. So Walt from Mouse Talk told me, you have to get out there. You have to make connections with these other people and get in the chats and everything. And I was kind of like, well, how do I'm not like P.T. Barnum. I'm not like, so it's actually kind of hard for me to just do an Instagram message to Michelle, and she doesn't even know who the heck I am. Oh, please, could I interview you? But I make these relationships, and now you're sort of like a long distance friend.
Yeah.
And that's the way my channel is growing. So,
and the thing, you don't have to be like, that's the thing. You don't have to be like big or popular to like help other people or like interview, you don't have to be the biggest channel to inspire.
And I think that's probably one of the things I have to work on more, is my reaching out. I think it's just stepping outside of your comfort zone. So
and our channel is kind of like Disneyland. There's always something new. It's kind of always
evolving.
Changing.
That's it.
Always evolving.
Always evolving. Always improving.
Something might come up. You might not like it, and that's totally fine. Everybody has their opinions. Yeah. You might also like it as well. So.
Yep. And the Winchester Mystery House.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Jeff. It's coming along.
One of these days.
It's been almost a year, though.
The Winchester Mystery House? What is the Winchester Mystery House?
Well, that's here in San Jose. It's it's a historic
historical house
that Sarah Winchester, she
the weird house that has all the weird built, and they don't know. I know about that.
That's not too far from us. So we went down there and we did a live stream. We thought, we'll show people the Winchester Mystery House. Now they have rules. You can't film in there because it's very they want our tripod. They want any kind of proceeds to go to them. So they want to make all the videos or do all the tours and stuff. So they don't let you video. But we did, we were able to like live stream outside and kind of show some features of the house. And we went on the tour. And now you can take photographs. You just can't videotape. So we
could have done the slideshow like you like.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. It's just a process because there's I don't know how many rooms. I have to go back and look. We had notes, but it's like hundreds of rooms in this house. And yeah, it's very interesting. So,
okay. So does Garrett have a cardinal rule of no appearances, or would he be able to make Amy hysterically happy and just kind of like troll behind you guys and peek his head in and get out of there, so that I could tell Pete, or he doesn't do that
on camera. It's not like
it's accidental.
It's not like he'll be fine with it if like you get accidental.
He exists because we actually got to meet a lot of the YouTubers when we were down there at Walt Disney World for Christmas last year. So we got to meet Jeff and Ange from This Our Dream, and we
Abby
met
and Zach.
Abby, Zach, Sean, and Becca, and oh gosh, I'm having a mind blank. Help me out, Garrett. His wife. I know it's right on the tip of my tongue. Susie. We met them, and then we met. Who else did we meet? We met and her husband. Yeah. So we met some people, and it was really fun.
So Garrett is threatening me. Okay. First we had the hurricane. First we had the hurricane yesterday that took down my internet. Then YouTube went down. So now he's saying this is going to be strike 3. He'll get on and he'll crush the internet, I guess.
Oh, that's so funny. He's so
people turn to stone.
People turn. It's for your own good.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, it's a thing.
I have to say that I really love tuning in to see you guys look like you're just such a happy, loving family. Sitting, you do. Well, I don't know about him. He must be Medusa if he's. Oh no, what's he saying now? Hold on. He's saying zombies coming out of the ground. It's pretty ugly. So I want to, except for the zombie outside the kitchen. You guys look like you're having a great time and just.
You know who really wants to see him is Rachel. I know she popped on your stream. I don't know if she's still here. She's always like, I want to see Garrett. Like, where's Garrett? And the funny thing is if you actually. Sometimes if you watch any of our videos, there's a cameo of Garrett because I pan the camera around and he's like, you got me in the video. so he's out there on our channel.
People grind my gears. Actually, Bob. Okay. Very funny. He's funny. Well, I do love watching you guys sitting in the kitchen. It's very relaxing. It's very relaxing, actually. It's like you're going and you're sitting in the kitchen having some tea or coffee with your next door neighbors or with your
I'm glad you like it because
really is.
Because I see everybody else's and I'm like, everybody else has their cute little Disney backgrounds and we're in our kitchen.
with the big instant pot.
With my instant pot.
No, actually I'm okay. So I don't have a great kitchen here. So I'm sitting in a little tiny room with a green screen background behind me. And because I couldn't afford, and I have a good mic and everything, right? But because I couldn't afford soundproofing material, I went to Walmart and bought a bunch of cheap towels. And I have towels thumbtacked to the walls all around me, and it actually does soundproof pretty good.
Wow.
I couldn't afford that.
Wouldn't that be funny if you could like go and see what everybody's like YouTube setup looks like? Because ours, is no setup. It's our kitchen, and
it's just the kitchen. And we have to like what you get.
No, we have to like get ready like an hour early to like wheel everything in there like every time we stream. We gotta bring all the lights in. We gotta bring all the cords in.
We have to decide what stools we need. We got a white
big stools, little stools, right? Okay, yeah.
Actually, that red mic that you use works really good in that you can hear Garrett pretty good back wherever he is.
He has his own mic. Nope, that's a whole nother station.
Oh, he does. Because I was thinking that's pretty good.
Different part of the house.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's
we are all. What is Katrina saying? We're all gonna see where Garrett's videos and timestamp. Oh, they're all gonna go hunting for you now, Garrett.
All right, guys,
it's all over. I think it was like grinding the gears, zombies. It was too much. They're out for you now.
Yeah.
Well, I really do love watching you guys in the kitchen. It's a hoot. And it is very relaxing. I was telling my wife the other day, just hanging out in the kitchen and seeing what you guys come up with next. So I really appreciate you letting me do a cold call sort of thing and you getting on here. You have a lot of fans and they were saying, yo, you got to get them. You got to get them. So thanks very much, Michelle. Thanks very much, Hannah. Is there anything else that you'd like to say about your channel before we wrap it up for the night?
I want to cook like a squid or octopus tomorrow. Like,
are you gonna?
She's like thinking ahead. Yes.
Calamari.
Yeah. No, as far as our channel, just to just let people know, I think we mentioned it when we started, but yeah, we have our streams on Sundays are game night. Wednesday is like tea time. We do tea time in the kitchen, but we were kind of trying to have a little activity to go along with tea time, so it's not
like a funny challenge,
a challenge or something. Yesterday we were just grind your gears, and everybody got to vent. So sometimes people just want to hang out, and chit chat too. So they don't want it too structured. So that's kind of more of the less structured evening.
Even though it feels like it.
And then Friday we kind of like to have now that we're able to have guests on, we finally got that worked out. We weren't able to do that before, so we finally are able to have guests on.
Like Survival Friday, we might bring that back.
Yeah, Survival Fridays. Can you start a fire in your kitchen?
We tried it. It was warm though, so we were making progress. It was warm,
and things like that. So then we've moved on to cooking. Like, what can we whip up outside of our comfort zone?
Oh my gosh.
But no, we just, want to just thank you to everybody who, has been supporting us and watching us. And, thanks for having, inviting us on your channel.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. This was very fun.
Yes, and thank you, Daniel, for introducing us to Bob.
And thank you for also coming to our channel.
Yeah. Yep. So that's
Disinfinity. Disinfinity is the one that really was pointing at you, Daniel. He is he's such a good guy. And his channel, please check out Disinfinity if you haven't. And he's a mod for this channel now. So
all right.
Yeah, I don't know if he was sure about that at first, but I was like, no, you'd be great. And he's doing great.
Yes, you definitely have to have mods because we had our unmodified live stream story from Downtown Disney.
Betsy Johnson. We had to promote just another dinner.
Frankie. I think Frankie was on, but we didn't have her as a
mod yet.
As a moderator, and we were down there, and it was like a pop-up stream because Betsy Johnson was down there doing the ears. She had just released the new Ariel, like the Little Mermaid.
They were like
ears.
clip sequence,
so they were like the designer ones. And there was a line to see her, and I'm like, we got to live stream this. Let's go live. And Garrett was with Gabriel, back at the hotel. And so we were live streaming, but there was nobody on that was modding the channel. And we had some trolls in there, very inappropriate thing. I'm like, what do we do? What do we do? So.
Wow.
I don't even knew how to make some mods.
Yeah, I didn't even know how to make people mod. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I was just
got to have those moderators. Thanks to all those moderators.
Thank you, moderators. I'm starting to get some of those now. We were just Instagram messaging each other, and Mickey Sightings is here. Welcome in. We were just saying, I actually cited the wrong time for this interview yesterday while I was streaming from Animal Kingdom and almost confused everybody because I'm holding the camera gimbal, I'm holding an umbrella, I'm trying to read the chat, which has now gone sideways on the thing. And I'm basically telling you the wrong day. And you're like, wait, I thought it was tomorrow. So yeah, mods really help out.
So Garrett's like, I think you got the date wrong. I'm like, no, it's tomorrow. He's like, he doesn't think it's tomorrow. And I said, I totally get the live streaming thing. It is not easy. You have
Especially
to multitask.
when you have to.
You're trying to
hold
multitask.
Like, it sucks when it's raining because you got to hold your umbrella. You got to keep your bag dry. You got to stream. You can't get it wet.
And then if you got the battery thing, you got the cord that's hanging down. And if
gosh.
it's on something, then the whole thing like flips this way. And everybody's like, yeah,
exactly. If I have to charge my phone all the way to a park, and then I've got a countdown. I've got 3 hours.
Yeah.
And if anything goes over or anything like that, then all of a sudden I've got the battery charging cord, and it keeps doing that. So it looks like I'm having a stroke while I'm streaming, which people just love. Kelly always jokes about it from Mickey, from the Mickey Bunch. She always says that whenever I shout her out, I'm staring at the ground, and I'm like, it's not time.
It definitely gives appreciation to the people that do go to the park and live stream all the time, and like Tanya, that crazy Disney lady, and Resort TV One. I mean, it's a lot of work. So and to get it to make it a quality stream, it's hard. So
hello, Miss Caitlin. Welcome in.
Wow. So Caitlin from Make It Blue is here. James Ryan, the mod extraordinaire. I don't think there's any channel he does not work for. Mickey Sightings is here. Candy Mom is still in here. Kadani Sean's here. We have a whole bunch of folks. Well, we have just had a really great conversation with these two, with Hannah and her mom Michelle. And I joked. I tried to get Garrett in here. It didn't happen. He told me that he basically was a Medusa type figure that would shut down the internet and turn people to stone. So if you're watching the playback now, you can see it's true. Anyhow, thank you all for joining us. Please subscribe to One Stop Mouse and also to Monarch Moments. And when you watch this, you'll see their explanation of what a Monarch Moment is. And I think it's really, really cool. Come back and see us. We'll see you real soon. Why? Because we like you. That way. This way. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for joining.
Is that my hand? That's your hand.
So this is my hand.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Good night.